Before I get into the most common one, I want to cover all of the reasons why you might have palpitations. One is stress. Stress affects the cardiovascular system. It affects the electrolytes behind the cardiovascular system. Number two, caffeine. Too much caffeine can do it as well. Caffeine is a stimulant and it can affect the heart. All right, number four is gluten. That's the protein in grains, certain grains. In fact, it's the only protein that can't be digested by our bodies. So it does affect our guts. And also, whatever goes on in your gut can affect your brain and even the heart. Then actually just food allergies. What happens when you have a food allergy is you get this little spike in your pulse rate, right? So you do have this connection. And this is kind of in the category of what they call gastrocardiac syndrome. Gastro, digestion, cardiac, heart syndrome. So basically you eat certain things that disagree with certain things, and then you get symptoms, not just palpitations, you can get heartburn, gas, bloating, and even chest pain. So of course, the first thing I would do if I had palpitations now is kind of scan through to make sure what I'm eating is not creating problems. Now, also, I want to put this on your radar, certain medications, especially medications that decongest your sinuses, antibiotics, antifungals, thyroid medications, antipsychotic medications, antidepressants, all can affect the heart and create palpitations. Point number 7 is hyperthyroidism. Okay, this is not as common, but if you're hyperthyroid, your thyroid's working too fast, that can definitely create heart palpitations and even severe arrhythmias. All right, number 8, electromagnetic fields. You can pick it up with a little tri-field electromagnetic field tester. I went through my room, my computer. I went through the entire house to find out where these electromagnetic fields were coming from in strong amounts. And then number 9, overexercise can create problems with the heart, especially if you're not recovering or sleeping. Okay, number 10, this is the most common one right here. It is a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium is probably the most common deficiency when someone gets arrhythmias, especially palpitations. And then I would say potassium would be the next one. And if you get a blood test and it shows normal magnesium, realize that the majority of magnesium, like 99.8% of all the magnesium, is inside the cell, not in your outside in the blood. It's inside the cell. So unless you do an intracellular magnesium test, you're not going to find it. So you have a couple choices. I think the best thing to do is to increase more salads, 7 to 10 cups. What is 1 cup? Just think about like a small handful of salad. That's 1 cup. Now you can also use a supplement. I recommend magnesium glycinate, but the point is magnesium is a really common electrolyte. And if you do the vegetables, you'll basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You'll get potassium and magnesium. And just realize it does take some time to build up to actually fulfill this deficiency. If you have one, it could take weeks or even some months. This doesn't always happen overnight.